Shalom, where the Hebrew Israelites that prophesied the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Okay, he's coming back to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. So first and foremost, when more praises go in honor
to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Uchakudash.
The belongs to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you. I come up and push this word out in truth and sincerity. All right? So clearly, we're coming into 2023 now. This is going to be a very heavy year. Okay? This is the New Year's of destruction camp. Okay? And we're coming to a very, very heavy time where we need to be in sync with Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai this time, right? In the spirit. Okay? Now, I have a website there, but before I get that, let's deal with 2 Peter 13, 2 Peter 3 and 11. Okay.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, and verse 11. And it says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be?"
Knowing that this place is going to be dissolved through what? Nuclear fire, speaking about America. Okay, which is going to be the end of this system, right? What type of person are we to be? Go ahead.
"In all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai."
Right, so you're supposed to be looking for that, because the scripture says that he's going to come and he's going to come for good to all that love his appearance. All that love his appearance. So you got to be looking and really wanting that day to come in your spirit. All right, go ahead.
"Wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat."
What's going to melt these elements? The nuclear missiles. Okay, during World War III. Because World War III is getting ready to pop off. And when it pops off, guess what? It's going to be a nuclear war. Okay, it's going to melt the elements. So it's time for us to get in the right mind frame of what's getting ready to come. Go on that. Real quick, something else.
This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But
right.
this..."
So there's always been battles in the ancient world, and they'd be screaming, running towards each other, right? Right? You're hearing all kind of screams and things of that nature. That's that confused noise. But this one is going to be a different type of battle. Go ahead.
"But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire."
Right, it's going to be a nuclear battle. Okay, this was prophetic. Okay, saying there's going to be a nuclear battle rather than a hand-to-hand combat. Right? That's not how Esau fights. Okay. Go ahead.
Sirach 18 and 20. "Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy."
Right, so you have to constantly be examining yourself, constantly be rebuking the flesh, right? Rebuking your mind, okay, and examining every move that you make in this truth, right? Towards the brotherhood, towards them that are without. Okay, see, go ahead.
Verse 23. "Before thy praise, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempted the Lord. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance. He shall turn away his face."
Yeah, you have to constantly think about that. You know, we're always thinking about, I'll speak for myself, I'm always thinking about the things that's getting ready to come, right? You know, the famines, the different the pestilences, right? The lockdowns in the cities. I think upon those things, okay? And that, what, should move you to want to stay in this truth, okay? To want to stay in this truth, but at the same time, we have the comforter, which is the Holy Spirit. As long as you have the Holy Spirit, you know Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you. Because how did Saul know that the Most High was not dealing with him anymore? Because the Spirit left him, and he felt the Spirit leave him. All right, so he knew the Most High wasn't dealing with him anymore. And who was he dealing with? He was dealing with David, man. Okay, and that's why he was mad and jealous at David. You see that? The same way these false prophets are mad and jealous that we have the 100% truth. Okay. Sit on that. That's it. Yes, sir. Okay, good.
Revelation 2 and 10. "Fear none of those days which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life."
Break it down.
So the Lord is the Lord in the time of judgment. You might end up in jail. for the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because you refuse to bow down to this wicked system. But the Lord is telling us not to fear. You put your life down for this ministry, for this word, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and at the end you may obtain a crown of life, man. Those are the times that we're coming into. Hard times, time of distress, man. Where you actually have to lay your life down for this truth, man. This is the time that we're coming in.
That's right. That's right.
This is Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword.
Go up first. All right.
Verse
5.
Verse 5, Revelation 6 and 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right, so the balances represent judgment. That's what's coming. That's what it's saying, to examine yourself before this judgment comes. And we're in that time of that judgment. All right, 2023, like we keep saying, could be the beginning of that real judgment. What you saw what happened with that blizzard. Okay, that was judgment from the Lord. They said that blizzard wasn't, once every 10 years, once every 100 years. They said that's once in a lifetime. That was once in a lifetime blizzard. They said that was coming. That came from Yahweh by directly. And there's more things getting ready to come, because they say that the cold air is about to meet the hot air. There's so many in the Midwest, so that's going to create all kinds of storms. All right. So the Lord is really moving, man. All right. So 2023 is starting off with a bang. Even before it came in, it's starting off with a bang. Right.
What? Real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
That's what visited those people out there in Buffalo, man. People are freezing to death. Okay, a lot of women, a lot of wicked jakes. All right, why? Because what are they doing for the Lord? Okay, and then they have the parents learn to get on TV and ask, you ask God, why? Why not? What were you doing for Yahweh? When were you serving? First of all, you were getting ready to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
That's idol worship right there. All right, go ahead.
All right, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Right, so now the oil and the wine represents this truth. Okay, and before that it was speaking. Read that again.
Right, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny.
Right. So that's dealing with the famine. Okay, that's dealing with the shortage of the food. All right. So ultimately, right now they think it's all good. They think it's all good now. All right, because they can still get food, although the prices are getting higher and higher. All right, but it's going to come to a point where that 1 meal a day thing, you're going to have to share that between 4 people. Okay, and that's not going to sustain, because what are these people used to doing, especially in the first world country? Eating 3 meals a day plus snacks in between, right? And the meals that they're eating are not nutrient-dense meals, right? They lack nutrients, so they're already nutrient deficient. So it's going to be a real slow kill for these people in the West.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Right, so they're going to think it's all good because the food is being sold cheap, the water is being sold cheap, all right? You can afford it, in other words. Go ahead.
Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Right, so now you see the evils are growing, right? The blizzard, right? You had these, there's different plagues they're saying is on the rise. There's different things that's happening, man. Okay, so these plagues are rising in the earth, man. Okay, brothers can remember some plagues, bring it out, man. No? What's been happening recently?
Recently.
The pox, the C-19, but okay, there's other things too. You know, all these people dropping dead. The cattle that were dying, right. But all these people that are dropping dead randomly. Okay? So these things are happening too. Right?
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish for famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right, so there's going to be famine, and you're going to escape the famine. I mean, or escape the pestilence, and then the sword will meet you. You'll escape the sword, and then the famine will meet you. All right, so it's going to be no escape. Man. That's how the day of the Lord is going to come to these people. Right? All right, give me Amos 5.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
And the cities shall be cast down. How much viewers? There's viewers on there? Just to make sure it's working. Okay, so it's working. Okay. All right, go ahead.
This is Amos 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man that flees from a lion.
What does the darkness represent? What? Say it louder.
Ignorance.
Ignorance, right? So ignorance. So in other words, they're not going to know what to do. So they're going to be looking for answers, man. Okay, it says that that us as Israelites, one of the curses is what, that we be broken in the day like night. Okay, and the noonday is in the evening, what we paraphrase that. Because of what? Not ignorance, of not knowing it. Like that Jake said, what are we going to do? Right? We don't know. Right? He said it's going to be destroyed. What can we do? Because he doesn't have hope. He doesn't know the truth. Right? He's in darkness.
He said the way of the wicked is as darkness, they know not what they stumble.
That's right. You don't know. You don't know. But it says this day shall not overtake you, brother. That's what? Go ahead.
It says, verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, and went into the house, and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
So that just represents the different scenarios that you're going to be in. You're going to escape from one scenario, right, and barely make it out, and reach into another deadly scenario. This is how it's going to be in the near future, right? Okay, we're coming to some serious times. Esau Edom is trying to really break down the society, going back to what? The Latin term, ordo ad chaos, right? Which means what?
Order out of chaos.
Order out of chaos. So they're bringing the chaos so they can come in with their so-called order, their quote-unquote order. Go ahead. Which is gonna be tied to that seed. All right. They're gonna put you in a scenario, man, where a lot of these guys say, "No, I ain't taking that. I ain't taking that." They're gonna be running to the stations, man, pushing people out of the way in the line.
That's true.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's that pressure from above, pressure from below.
That's right. That's right. Alien dialectic. That's it. Go ahead. Okay. What?
2 Ezra 16 and verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols.
Right, so they're going to take people, they're going to put them in prison, okay? Because what? They're not complying with their system that they're getting ready to implement. Matter of fact, get me Revelations 12 and 12. All right, go ahead.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach
Isaiah 59.
and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place.
So anyone that consents unto them will be had in derision. Well, what does the word derision mean? Any brother know? No. Derision means to be mocked. To be mocked. Okay? When you had in derision, that's people being mocking at you, laughing at you. The same way these people, when they took the juice, right? And after they took that, now they're all getting messed up. And now they're saying that the unjuiced blood is in the man. So we're laughing at these people.
Right.
We're mocking these people, man.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the
There's
Lord.
going to be a particular spirit in those agents, man, of different army troops and things like that. First of all, they got cyborg troops, man, that people don't even know about. Okay, they got people that down there, they got them chips in their brain. They got all kinds of things ready to pop off, and they're not going to care about the citizens, man. They're just going to execute their whatever their orders are, man. They don't care if it's a woman, they don't care if it's a child, they don't give a damn. All right, they're just going to do what they're ordered to do. That's why I said, read it again.
It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none.
They're going to be like madmen, sparing none. First of all, the United States, they have this, not just the United States, Canada, it's all part of the beast system, all right? They got those troops in particular countries, right? Like Nepal and these particular regions where people are completely poor. right? They call them gurgle trees, man. All right, and then they're used to not having water. They're used to not having running water. They're used to not having food every day. Okay, so when they put them in a scenario where they already dropped the EMT in this place, okay, these people don't have no technology, no running water, no nothing. Food is short. They know how to survive in that. Okay, and for them, what they're doing, their mission is an honor to die for what they're doing. So they're not coming with the same mindset as even these police officers, man. They're coming on a whole nother mindset, man. Okay? So that's complete terror that the Lord is setting up for these people.
Sure.
Okay? That's the angels of these, that's the left-hand angels, man. Go ahead. Who they call them? Peacekeepers, those are the blue hats, well, they put them in the UN, they put them in the UN too. Go ahead.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their
They're
houses.
going to be pillaging. You know, if you got a piece of bread, you're going to be eating your bread while they're taking you out while you're angry, eating bread. Like a bunch of wild men, man. That's how they're gonna come to you, man. Okay? Right? It's not going to be a thing of, read me my rights. No. The rights is going to be suspended. Go ahead.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen,
Right.
and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
But in that time, the Lord is going to show you that He's dealing with who His men are, man. He's going to be showing us who, that He's with us, man. Okay? This is not going to be a time of the Lord just leaving you out to go figure it out. No, He's going to actually step in, man. Okay? Let's sit on that verse.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Who's He going to deliver? The elect. Okay? That's why I told that Jake, turn to the Lord. That's the only thing you can do, man. Turn to your power, man. In the time to come, man. Ain't nothing you can do by yourself is going to deliver you. You could be the best shooter in the world with all the best modern day artillery, right? That you're able to get in these stores, and you still are not going to have a chance at what Esau has, man.
This is Psalms 33 and verse 16. There is no king save by the multitude of the host.
That's right.
A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is a vain thing for safety.
That's right.
Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine.
That's it. So you're going to see a lot of miraculous things happening, man. See a lot of things, man, because you're going to need that. Okay, for you to get out of any of these situations, you're going to need that. If there's blockades on every street, how are you going to escape that to go find what you need to find, man? The Lord's going to have to make ways.
That's right.
He's going to have to show you some things,
Right.
man. He might grab a chariot, pick your ass up, bring you some food. You don't know.
That's
He
right.
might open a damn portal. You just walk in the portal and just end up somewhere else.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Did not the Lord take King David out of the battle with a chariot? Yes, He did, man. He carried him, man. Okay, well, He carried Habakkuk, man, in the chariot, man. Okay, go ahead.
Job 5 and
Go ahead.
19.
Go ahead.
Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Read that again.
At destruction and famine.
read the whole thing.
From the top. Oh, select. Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death. And in war,
So in famine, the Lord is going to take care of us, man. Go ahead.
and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Right, we're going to laugh at the famine. We're going to laugh at the destruction. Listen, we were laughing at the blizzard, man. And brothers was in the blizzard. Brothers was in Buffalo, and I'm sure they were laughing. I wasn't there, but I'm sure they were laughing. Oh, that's good colors you make out my shit. Right? While they were in their house, man, with the heaters working, man. Okay? Because the Lord's gonna take care of his men, man.
That's right.
All right, that's one thing I know, man. All right.
Quick side note: I had my first conference on the cover board, talking about how in Buffalo people are suffering, people that look like us were robbing and looting. Oh, you're gonna laugh at when people suffer and die. Oh, you're wicked. So that's just to say that,
Well, he's gonna suffer, okay? And that's the bottom line is anyone who's not on the side of the Lord, we don't care about. Anyone who's not on the side of the Lord, we don't have for the most part, we don't give a damn about that.
That's right.
Because you might have your father, your mother might not care about the Lord per se, but the rest of these people, we don't whatever happens to them, that's judgment, right? Okay. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 37 and verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Jump to 25. It says, I have been young and now am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
Right. So we're not going to be worried about food. Food's not going to be one of our problems. That's going to be the problem of these people. Right. Okay. These regular peons out there. Okay. Because their money ain't going to deliver them either. Their money, their whatever, whatever job they might have, that's not going to deliver them, right? Because a lot of these jobs are about to get laid off, man. We're at that time, man. You said about 175,000 jobs per month in America about to be done away with. You think that's just America? No, the beast is working as a collective, man.
That's right.
All of them heads are working as one unit, man. Okay, for one common goal, and that one common goal is the new world. You know what I'm saying? ORDER. Okay, that's the bottom line.
Revelation 17 and 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Right, we'll get that after. We'll get that. I'm probably going to have to come to that point after. Yeah, but read that. Read Isaiah 59.
Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
Now, when the troops come in, man, that's when things are going to get real, man. All right? When the troops come in now, they'll be kicking in doors, okay? Grabbing people out, in their boxers, and they might be naked. They don't give a damn. All right? They're not going to care. They're going to be like madmen in that time, man. Okay? If something moves, the dog barks, they don't care if it's going to bow. All right? They don't care. That's how they're going to be moving, man. All right? You have to understand, man.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Now the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard, man. Meaning what? The Lord is going to step in. And when the Lord steps in, hey, there's nothing they can do about that, man. The Lord could just make you invisible. I'm just trying to open your mind. The Lord could just make you invisible, but you're there. You're just invisible to them. Did not the angels blind those men in Sodom, man? He blinded men in Sodom, man.
That's right.
Where they couldn't perceive what was going on, man.
That's right.
Okay? So they might come to your crib and they might just get blinded. These are the type of things that's getting ready to happen, man.
That's right.
A little bit more?
This is Ecclesiasticus 51 and verse 7. They compassed me on every side, and there was no man to help me.
That's right.
I looked for the secure of men, but there was none. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Yeah, and these people are looking for the security of men, governments and whatnot. Right? That's not going to secure you, man. Government ain't with you. Okay? They're with the elites. And what are the elites trying to do? They're trying to get rid of the majority, man. And the rest of you that survived the deletion, okay, they're trying to put you in some hardcore slavery, man. I had this one eerie dream a little while ago, man, where it was super eerie, okay, but that was what I was seeing was the mindset of the elites and how sick and twisted their mind is. Okay, it was basically a thing where these people are all in captivity, okay, and they had to do different acts and things like that. That basically they had to fulfill whatever purpose the elites told them they had to fulfill, which reminds me of a particular show I was watching, which was the what's that show called? Utopia. Yeah, Utopia. okay, they had these people all had a purpose. Okay, they said, listen, what did you do to solidify your spot on this earth? In this overpopulated earth. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So they all had to fulfill their purpose in order to be worthy to be alive. So this is what I basically was seeing in the dream, all kind of foul acts, and you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? If you told if they at least wanted you to deal with a donkey, that's the type of thing that was going on. And then after that was all done, when the person finished his purpose, you know what happened? When I saw it, here we go. You see, there was like a lake of acid. The man had to jump in the acid like they said, okay, you fulfilled your purpose. Great. And the man just jumped in the acid, bro. So what does that mean? That means once the purpose is over, there's no need for you to be here overpopulated. This is the mindset of the elites. And they're moving very quick to establish that, man.
Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemy.
Second Ezra.
This is Ecclesiastes 4, verse 1. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that were done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
They had no comforter, man. Okay, the comforter is the Holy Spirit. So this is how we have to understand it. Go ahead.
And on the side of the oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter.
They had no comforter, man. There's a comforter, like I said, is the Holy Spirit. But when all these things are happening, we know the Lord is going to be dealing with us. All right? So when you're there in that time, you have to know that. You can't go there in that time saying, I hope the Lord is good. No, you have to know. You have to be confident, man. But how do you become confident? You do His will. You have to do His will. That's how you become confident. If you're doing half-ass the will, your faith is not going to be on the level it needs to be at that time.
That's right. That's right. Read out.
That's the bottom line.
That's right.
And the most important thing in that time is what? One is faith. Get me Ephesians 6. What?
Isaiah 51 and verse 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail.
That's it. Who's the captive? It's us, the Israelites, man. And it's mainly dealing with the elect. Right.
Proverbs 24 and 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Right. Straight dealing with what? Your faith. Okay, your faith. That's what's small. That's why you faint. Okay, it all has to do with faith. Okay, so when that time comes, man, these little things that we're going through in this life right now, when that time comes, okay, we have to be on a level. If you can't deal with these little things now, how are you going to deal with the things to come, man? When the things to come are way greater than the things now. Go ahead.
This is real quick. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord
That's right.
and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
Nope.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways.
That's right.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
He said, woe unto him that is faint. We're not going into Jacob. You cannot go into Jacob's trouble with no faint heart, man. You have to go in there with a strong confidence. He said, be confident in the Lord, the power of his might, man. You gotta be in there believing for real. But the way you do that is the more you do the work, the more you say, okay,
That's
I have
right.
confidence he's dealing
That's
with
right.
me.
That's right.
But you have to do the work with faith.
Yep.
Okay? If you're doing the work and thinking he don't see what I'm doing, now that's not the right mindset.
That's right.
Okay? I fight not as one that beateth the air, man. We're doing this with a purpose, man. We're doing this with a purpose, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 9 and verse 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith.
By works and by faith. right? And guess what? Your faith, your works build up your faith. Give me that faith without works. Go ahead.
Whereby
Well, that's why it says that. Go ahead.
and shall be able
Read
to
it again. Read it again.
and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said peril and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them.
Doing this work, but we're doing it with faith.
That's right.
Okay? There's more in there? Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Romans 4:21, and being fully persuaded that he had promised, he was able also to perform. Romans 4:21, and being fully persuaded that what he had promised,
Right.
he was able also to perform.
Right. So listen, my whole thing is I'm thinking on the promise. The Lord said this is what He's gonna do, and I believe
That's
that.
right, that's right.
I don't need no one to tell me that's it. I just know if I continue, that's what the Lord's gonna do.
That's right.
It's just that simple, man.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna slip and fall, but that's why the scripture said, "Let not your sins weigh you down," man. Because remember, Yahweh Shai did pin our sins to the cross, man.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So
right.
anyone thinking that he's doing all evil based on his work makes him more righteous, he ain't thinking right.
Exactly.
Okay, because really at the end of the day, what you do, the laws that you keep, that's a beautiful thing. You're doing that based upon fear and faith.
That's right.
Right? But also, you have to understand that Yahweh Shai done covered the sins of the elect anyway.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay? So the falls, if you make that overbear your mind, that's when you're just going to break your faith.
That's right.
You have to have that balance. Okay? Slack it. Okay, you had something?
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High.
Right.
It pleased Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai by the foolishness of preaching.
So guess what? This preaching out here on the highways and the byways, this pleases Yahweh. Okay? This pleases Yahweh. So guess what? If you do it more, don't you think that's going to please him more? If you do it less, don't you think that's going to take away some of the pleasure? Yeah, so we want to add on to this thing, man. Especially the times we're coming into. This ain't the time to be half-stepping, man. This is the time to go full throttle into Jacob's trouble with knowing that you went all the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you weren't slack, knowing that these people see you, knowing that you had the cloud of witnesses.
That's right.
That they remember your face. You've been out there every day, man. Or at least you've been out there a lot, every week. And you were doing videos. Okay? So when they see that, then they start to know you, man. They say it's a pattern, they start to recognize you now, man. But if they don't recognize you, that's because you haven't been around.
That's right.
Who?
Yo.
You hit it hard or what?
Or it's like a little bump, your car move.
Move. Okay, this guy just hit it.
I don't know if it's damaged.
Yo, brother, you want to go check that? Check and see if it's damaged, man. And get this guy's license plate. Take a picture of that shit.
You gotta take a picture.
Take a picture of his license plate. Take a picture of his license plate, bro. Yo, catch his license plate, man. All right? You got that up? Yeah. Well, I think it's covering you. Got up. Sit at the front. It's all good, brother. We'll do it now. You should do this one on that side. Wrap it up. Yeah, as soon as you hit it, as soon as you get it,
A little bump.
let's get back into the spirit.
It happened to me like 2 weeks ago.
James 2 and
I
18.
don't care, but it's-
Yeah, a man
it happened to
say,
me still.
thou hast faith, and I have works.
Right?
Shew me thy faith without thy works,
Right.
and I will shew thee my faith by my works.
That means what? You got to be doing the work. And that's
That's
how
right.
you push forward the faith.
That's right, that's right.
Go ahead.
Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is
That's
not
how women should be dressing, man. Nice and modest, man. Go ahead, read that again, man.
Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed towards his name, and that ye ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do shew
What did he say?
the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
That's right. Through faith and patience inherit the promises, man. Okay? Now what? Read that whole thing.
Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love,
That's right.
which ye have shewed towards his name.
How you doing, man? You all right?
Pretty good, bro.
Have a good day.
Happy New Year, good day.
Go ahead. Read that, bro.
In that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
Everyone show the same diligence, meaning what? According to your measure. According to your measure. It means to put in the same type of effort. That's all it means, man. According to your measure. Right? Go ahead. Now, well, matter of fact, look at the word diligence in that particular. Look at that word diligence. And go ahead, read.
That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
Right. So that's it. Through faith and patience. Okay? Because with faith, you have to have patience. All right? Right? So through faith and patience, right? Because patience, with the faith, you have to have the patience. If you're not waiting for it, you're going to do something rash that's not in the spirit.
That's right.
Okay? But if you're waiting for it, then guess what? Now you can reap the benefits of what Yahweh has to offer, man. All right? And we all fall short of these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all do things that's not, it's hasty, you know? See what I'm saying? Some brothers want to go to fast food joints, but let's wait.
Not Griot. Oh, no.
James 5
don't
and
have our things, you know. Some brothers they got a particular situation, and they want to go to play lottery. Right? They want to play lottery or play lotto or play the machine. Okay? And then what happens? You're in a worse situation.
James 5 and 7.
That's it.
Be patient.
So you better speak.
James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore. Be patient, therefore, brethren, until the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth.
It says be patient. Being patient goes into suffering.
That's right.
And also it goes into what? Endurance as well. Okay? Unto the precious fruit. Okay? What's that? Good. Read that again.
James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth.
Right, so the Lord likens us unto a husbandman. Well, he likens us, the nation of Israel is like a vineyard. We got to bring forth these fruits, And fruits, they produce through time, It doesn't come right away. It comes gradually, Okay?
And another thing is that, as Yahweh said, if you do not produce fruit, you're going to be cast into the fire. So at the end of the day, you have to produce fruit. So the same way that Yahweh cursed that tree that did not produce.
That's what I wanted, bro. That's all.
Select it. So I'm going to finish up with this.
In the spirit,
It says here, and had patience for it until he received the early and latter rain.
Right, so Salakia, you made a beautiful point because the piece I was asking was
good, yeah.
the Lord, it was, get that in Luke 16. Because the Lord said, why is this not bearing of fruit? Why is this tree not bearing fruit? And then the Lord says, hey, just be patient with it. Let me work with it. Let me work with it a little. And then if it brings forth fruit, you got it? If it brings forth fruit, then well. But if it doesn't, then cut it down. But the point is, it comes with patience. comes with patience.
13 and 16. I can find what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. You know what's that? 13 and 16. So you know where it's at. 13 and start at 5. But yeah, that's the point, man. It's all about bringing forth fruit, man. Okay? So the fruit is also mainly dealing with within, because there's fruits in the spirit that has to be built up. Because you can have fruit as in brotherhood, and guess what? The scriptures speak about if you lose that fruit, you suffer loss. But guess what? You can continue. You're still going to be delivered. All right. So it's not about what happens to the fruit that you get under you, whether you get fruit under you or not. It's about you growing in the fruits of the spirit. You pushing out that energy alone is bringing in the eyes of the Almighty. Okay. Okay. You're being fruitful. You're being profitable to the Almighty. Because you're multiplying that talent. What is the talent? Wisdom and knowledge and understanding.
This is Luke 13 and verse 6. He spake also this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and saw fruit thereon, and found none. Then said he unto the dresser of his vineyard, Behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why cumbereth it the ground? And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it be alone this year also, till I shall dig about it and dung it. And if it bear fruit, well, and if not, then after thou shalt cut it down.
Well, the Lord gives men time. Okay, to get everything right. All right, so it's about you have. Well, that was in the state of the tree, but we ain't trees. Okay, we're actually men. So, you know, it all depends on who and what. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's once you know, you have to give that fruit though. He has to come back and see that fruit is being produced. Okay?
That's right.
So it's not a time of you know you're not producing fruit or not as much as you could, because we all know when we're slipping. You don't need a brother there behind you putting on brother. You did 8 videos, you know. I know you can do 10. Come on. Okay? You don't need a brother to call you every second. You know. The scripture says, know ye not yourselves? Right? Yeah. So you read that, that's why. Okay? Go ahead.
I'll read that again. James 5 and 7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh.
It's coming closer, man. You see it coming closer. You see these prophecies happening back to back to back. I mean, I don't know if it's real, but I mean, it's +7 now into January. If it continues like this, brother, you already know something's off. Okay? But the weather's off anyway. Alright? But this is both sides of making moves in a minute. We'll see what happens next week. After that. Right? Go ahead.
Take John chapter 15 and verse 4. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine. No more can
Hold
ye.
on. Let's look at the word abide. And did you look at that other word?
Diligence. Yeah.
Look at that word.
This is the word diligence from the blue letter. All right, and it says haste with haste.
Oh man.
Earnestness, diligence,
Right, with haste, so you're supposed to be eager to do the work. Eager to come out outside, come out to do the video. You're supposed to be in an eager spirit. That's what it means with haste. When you're with haste, when you want to get somewhere, you want to get to that party with haste, or you want to get to the grocery store with haste, right? You're rushing to get it. You can't wait to get there. Get what you have to get.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Even Paul said, I run for that crown. You know, right? He's not being slackful. He's running for it. He truly wants it.
So what? Everything went
Which any of the precepts you dealing with being slothful, you can apply that to the truth. Any of those precepts dealing with being slothful. Matter of fact, get some of them in Proverbs. There's a whole bunch. I don't quite use it. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 4.
You have to read that whole thing again, bro.
Baruch 4 and verse 28. For
For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more.
Right. Right.
Back to the definition of diligence. It says earnestness in accomplishing, promoting, or striving after anything. To give all diligence, interest oneself most earnestly.
Right. Well, you got to think about it too, right? So like, you got to think about it too, right? Because when we were with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? We weren't, okay, when we were in the land, right? Let's say in the time of the Romans, you had the circumcision. They already grew up in the customs. They already had everything. They knew about the laws. They knew about the high holy days. It wasn't so exciting to them like that. It's just like, okay, this is part of life. This is what I've been serving.
Yeah.
Right? So it's kind of like the prodigal son in this sense, because when those when the Israelite foreigners came, they're like, oh, this is my power, oh, the water, I gotta, you know. So they came in with that zeal that those circumcision didn't have. So it's the same type of thing we got to do coming back into the truth now.
That's right.
Okay?
That's
We're coming
right.
in with a different type of zeal, a different type of energy.
That's right.
Well, that's what he said. That's what he just read. What you got? Okay, go ahead.
Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
There's some of the ones in Proverbs. Just type the sloth, all you gotta do is type the sloth and look at the ones in Proverbs. Read that again, bro. Okay.
It says here in Romans 12, and I'll get to the point.
No, read it again.
Done. Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business.
So, okay, so what's our main business? Is this true? What did the Lord say? He said, know ye not that I must be about my Father's business? This is an actual business that we're occupied till I come. It deals with business. Okay, go ahead.
Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation.
Right? Fervent means to be on fire. Right? When you have that energy of being excited and so on and so forth, and eager to do the work, guess what? That's being on fire. Okay? Every week when it comes down to camp, man, I'm excited to come to camp. I can't wait to get to camp. See what I'm saying to you? But if you're not in that spirit, right? None of the work is not eager to do. It's like a burden. That's not the right spirit. Now you got to pray for a different spirit. Okay? But you're supposed to be on fire for this. Just like when you're dealing with a woman. That's why it says, remember your first love. That's like remove your candles. Because when you're with a woman, you can't wait for you. You're looking at the text and she's fine, right? You're looking at it, you hear the ding ding, it's just an alarm. You don't care who's talking to you, brother. You look at it, talking, he's talking, oh, yo, the elephant ate it? Whoa, that's wild. You're not even give a damn about none of that. Because you're thinking about that woman, man. And whenever you think about her, you know what I'm saying? You get that feeling.
That's right.
All right? You wake up, you see, oh shit, yo, what's going on here? Right? I don't gotta explain nothing, bro. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because you're thinking you're on fire for that woman.
That's right.
And you see her, you jump on her like a damn, like one of them leopards jump on a wild gazelle. You know what I'm saying to you? You know what I'm saying? Let me not say that, bro. I'm saying, Matt, see, this is okay, that's what I'm about to see. Go ahead. I had a real quick point to your point. You know, even after a long day of work, you know, if you get a text from, you know, that girl that you like, yo, meet me after work, you might be tired after work, but as soon as you get home, you get extra energy. You know, you're fervent, you know? The spirit, right. The spirit gives you energy. You know, your legs ain't even working right. You spray your leg, right? Yeah, arm is out of joint. Okay. When you see a Jake, right, a fine chick that he's into, and she wants to deal with him, and let's say he broke his, something happened, he's not gonna find a way. He don't care about the leg, he don't care about the arm, brother. He's going to go do that with it.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
I said, I'm feeling it today, because, you know, come on, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 12,
It's true.
verse 27. The slothful man boasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious.
It's precious. And what's precious to us, that's truth. Okay? And we treat it like it's precious. Because we're constantly in the work. We're constantly, you know, meditating on it and doing the work. Okay? Every other day, like I said, every other day is camp. I'm just going out twice a week, and I'm so happy to go out twice a week. I wouldn't feel like going out once a week at this point. And I really wish we could go out 3 times. You see what I'm saying? Well, you know, you don't want to do too much because this energy is taken out of you. This energy is taken out of you.
Matthew 11 and 28.
Go.
Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
Yeah, but it's easy because you love to do it, right? Because you love to do it, right? If you love something, love doing something, it's going to be an easy work. It's not like a burden. But if you hate doing it, well, clearly it's going to be a burden, right?
Yeah.
You hate gardening. Of course, planting the seeds and doing all that extra tilling the earth, that you're going to hate that. But if you love it, you don't even know what the time passed by. You don't even know, you know?
That's true.
Sometimes you're doing a lesson, you think it's 20 minutes, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have another precept? Okay, boy, we have to get back to what you promised over. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 19 and verse 15. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle.
Oh, no. Didn't I tell you we got to read all those? Didn't I tell you we got to read every single slothful one in Proverbs, man? It's not like 100. So we're gonna go through all of that. Okay. Matter of fact, that's it. Read that again.
Good. This is Proverbs 19 and verse 15. Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep.
Now, how you apply that to the truth, right? You stop working on the truth. You stop doing the work. What happens? You end up going back into the world. That's why the Lord said, "What cast them into outer darkness?" That's that deep sleep, right? The outer darkness is that deep sleep. That's you forget the truth.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And that's all comes from what? Slothfulness.
This is Proverbs 24.
Go on. Did you finish that little part? Okay, finish it off.
Good. It says, Proverbs 19:15. Slothfulness casteth into deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger.
Hunger of what? The truth, the knowledge. See, so when the famine and the word comes, they're going to be part of that famine. Rather than having the bread to give, but not giving. You see what I'm saying to you? Because that's the time for us to hoard.
That's right.
You know, the spiritual knowledge.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 24 and verse 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall
I will do a lesson these 2 days. I mean, 1 week ain't that bad. Right? Go ahead.
put not off from day to day.
Right. And when you find yourself in that spirit, you got to shake yourself out of that spirit. That's all. Okay? When you find yourself in that spirit, because being in the truth for a period of time, you're going to have those ruts. Okay? You know, brothers just coming into the truth, sure, you might go, I'm on fire. But guess what? There's going to be times where, Satan might tempt you to, to take a little time off, depending on which brother you are, right? But guess what? When I say time off, I'm talking about like you might miss a day or whatever.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, 2 days, right? But guess what? You got to be in something like, what's going on?
That's right.
That's it, right?
That's
So
right.
you get, shall give me the spirit.
That's
and you
right.
pray for the spirit. You shall give me the spirit to do lessons, do 2 lessons.
It happened all,
Right? Because that shows that you want to be part of this thing, and then before you know it, you're back in gear.
That's right.
So what happens when you don't run a car for too long? It stops working, man.
That's right.
So you got to keep that engine pumping, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 24 verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
That's right, but you got to rise back up.
Yeah.
Right? When the exhortation comes, you shun in the exhortation from the wise men. That's not a good thing either. Because that's the Lord speaking to you, right? We think the Lord's going to come to you in a text message. Shalom, this is come on, man. I am he. No, he's not going to send no text message. Man. So he's going to speak through the men to get you back. Any of the men in the room. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. You send people to build you up, right? As brethren in love. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Right. All right. You got another one? You got another proverb. You got going down the Proverbs line, brother. You need Proverbs, bro.
This is Proverbs 20.
Yep.
This is Proverbs 21 and verse Proverbs 19 and
You
20.
got something to read? Okay, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 24 and 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
This is Proverbs 19 and 24. A slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom, and will not so much as bring it to his mouth again.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. He won't do the work. He refused to work. See? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 21 and 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, but for his hands refuseth to labor.
That's dealing with actual work, but this is also, like you said, you can find this spiritual. Okay? And it's really, you feel it inside. You feel yourself getting weak inside. That's it. So it's killing, the desire is killing him, but he can't, but the demon is making, you know, the foot, you know, the foot won't come out. Okay? So we gotta rebuke those demons, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 26 and 14. It says, as the door turneth upon his hinges, so doth the slothful upon his bed.
Right, that goes to a lot of, you know, when you're working at a line, you're like rolling this way. Now he said, fuck it, man, I'm just calling this, man. I'm just calling this. You call it with the top, you know? Right? Huh? You gotta do that. This kingdom? Come on, bro. You gotta do that. But it's just a point, you know? Go ahead. That's you, that's a slothful spirit. You know?
Remind me it's another guy. I picked up the phone and he caused that
I've done that. You know, I try to keep the sick days minimal, but I bust that. Sometimes the spirit is beyond me, like, fuck this, I ain't going
Yeah, me too.
Got slippers on now.
No.
Scripture said, but Esau's going to wear out the saints of the Most High.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, beautiful.
But it's not understandable when it comes to the truth.
Yeah,
when it comes to the truth, we shouldn't need that spirit.
That's right.
I'm going to sleep. You see us get, you know, camp is at 3. You see 2. I'm telling the brothers. You know, Satan, you know. I'm telling the brothers it was Satan. You know, go back to the sleep. No. Okay? No. All right? When I see it first camp, you know, it's really good. Not maybe a couple, not too much time, but when I look and I see his camp, right, and I'm looking at the time and I say, oh shit, like sometimes I jump up, oh yo, and it'd be like 11, I'm like, okay, I'm just tripping.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm tired, I was working at night, right? Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness.
What building? Oh, get me Amos 9 and 11. Okay, there's a building. Are we not building?
That's right.
Are we not building? Go ahead.
It says, Ecclesiastes 10 and 18, by much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through.
Go so I can read that again. The house decayeth, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, by much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through.
Right, the house dropping through because they're not tending to the house, they're not tending to the building. Okay, so what's going to happen if the construction worker is not tending to the building and the building is all messed up? Someone's going to hire another construction worker to take that man's place.
That's right.
Did not a construction worker take the place of Judas? Was it not Matthias?
Mm-hmm.
He took his place. Okay, right?
That's right.
Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. I will raise up his ruins, and will build it as in the days of old.
And this is the building. He's using us to help build up the house of David, which is the elect. He's using us to gather in that fish. All right, go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathens, which are called by my name, said the Lord that doeth this.
That's right. Okay, and it's going to lead to us getting the kingdom. Okay, said if the Lord hath not left us a small remnant, that's the house of David right there. Okay, that's going to basically the Lord's going to restore all things through that. Okay, under Yahweh Shai. Okay.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 4, and verse 2. And then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your power, as ye do.
Okay, go ahead.
And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Ashar Hadan.
Okay, it's there? Okay, so I can read that one first. That's the main one I want. Okay,
This is Haggai, chapter 1, verse 3. Then came the word of Yahweh by Haggai the prophet, saying, It is time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house is laid waste.
What house? The temple of the Lord. And what are we doing? We're building the temple of the Lord right now, man. And a lot of people are watching us on the YouTube, and they're not even making efforts to build the house, man. Okay, they're just watching it, you know? Shalom, shalom. There's a time that shalom is put down, man. And you need to start doing work, man, before the Lord destroys you.
Now therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, power of hosts, consider your ways.
Happy New Year.
All right, go ahead.
Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
That's right. Consider your ways, man. Consider what you're doing, or whether you're actually building, man. You know ye not whether you be in the faith.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So this is not the time to be in the self and spirit. This is the time to, make sure you're doing what you need to be doing to be of utmost faith, to have the utmost faith. See what I'm saying to you? Go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Peter 2 and verse 4. To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh and precious. Ye also of lively stones are built up a spiritual house, unholy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the most High by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Right. Spirit, where? Read that again, bro. That's purposeful.
Yeah, this is 1 Peter, Salakia, 2 and verse 4. To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house, an holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Right, acceptable to the Most High. Okay? So the things that we're doing is acceptable to Yahweh Shai, building this house, man. This spiritual house. And this is the house Esau can't come against, man. Alright? He's gonna try because he's gonna be wroth with what? With the woman, which represents the elect. Matter of fact, give me that in Revelations. Okay, that's why he's coming out with this great wrath, man. Okay, but the Lord is gonna step in and he's gonna protect the elect. Okay?
That's right.
Is that what I was asking for before? Okay, good.
This is Revelation 12 and verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High.
Right. And who is that? That's speaking about the elect.
That's right.
The elect men of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? He likened Jerusalem into what? A calming, delicate woman, man. This is all parabolic, man. This is all parabolic. This is all spiritual, man. Go ahead.
And have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
And we're the ones with the testimony. And this is what the devil hates. This is what the dragon hates, man. Is this testimony. Because we're testifying against him. Okay, we're speaking against the system. We're speaking against what he's bringing, which is complete Satanism on the earth, man. But that's what he's bringing. Okay, and he's forcing these people to get down with it, and they're going to get down with it because they're of Satan.
That's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead. There's one. Okay. Oh, hold that. You got a precept? Bring it out.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4 and verse 5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them.
There's something else?
This is Revelation 12 and verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death.
That's the elect. So the elect is willing to die for the truth, man. Okay, because when that persecution comes, there's going to be a lot of demonization. Okay, they're going to come. They're going to come check your family. All right, they're going to. A lot of them. Most of them are going to turn. Okay, they're going to turn on you. Because that's what's set up. That's what's written to happen, man. Get me that? The son shall deliver up the father to death. This is what's coming, man. So this is not even the time to be speaking too much to these people in the world concerning a lot of the things, man. Really, you got to be on like some Clark Kent things, man. But we're coming to a time of great persecution, man. What?
Matthew 10 and 36, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
Right. Man's foes, man. What does the word foe mean? It means enemy.
Enemies.
Okay? So ultimately, if those are your enemies, then guess what? Why are you going to put too much effort into what they're saying?
That's right.
You have to move in the mindset of, listen, man, Lord willing, the Lord delivers them, but me, I got to walk in this walk. Okay? Lord, hopefully he delivers them with you. That's all you can do. Okay? Because if you fall and go into following what they got to say, when they're not dealing with the Most High, you and them are going to be shit. Go ahead.
Matthew 10 and verse 21, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father...
Imagine going through that blizzard in Buffalo and the Most High wasn't with you, man. Imagine you were outside, man, in your car, man, and you couldn't move nowhere, and the Most High wasn't with you. And there was no help. See what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot worse things getting ready to happen now. In this time, man. 2023 is going to be a big year, man. And it's not the big year that these people are thinking about, man. Okay? Thinking about being more of a whore, right? Or smoking more weed, all right? Partying more. No, that's not the time that's coming, man. We're coming to a time of great tribulation, man. Great trouble, great pain, right? Great anguish, man. Famine, death, destruction, civil war, man. That's what's getting ready to come, man. Right. What?
And the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
So if they're going to be causing, is that love? If they cause you to be put to death, is that love? Really, to be honest, man, the people of the world, we love our families in the world, right, more than they love us. Because they don't know how to love, man.
That's right.
Including your mother, including your father, they don't know how to love. The woman, they don't know what love is, man.
Hey, peace, brothers.
Okay? We're the ones, hey, what's up, bro? Oh, shalom, bro.
Who's this guy? That's the angel?
Anyways, there you go. Read that again. Read that again.
You sure? You sure?
I'm 100% sure. And got new clothes.
What were you just speaking on, bro? The things he's about to bring. About to bring these things.
The brother was just hoping.
Much cost that, huh?
Now the brother was fresher than all of us. Huh?
Yeah.
He was just, what did the Lord lift the beggar up from the dunghill? The Lord lifted the beggar up from the dunghill, dog. Let's go. Go ahead. And he didn't even stop singing. He just shut him up. Peace, brothers. Peace. Yeah, let's shut him up. Peace.
First time.
Huh?
First time son is wearing G-Star.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Go ahead.
And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child.
Yeah.
And the children shall rise up against their parents,
Yeah.
and cause them to be put to death.
Yo, cause them to be put to death, man. All right? So that's what's getting ready to happen, man. All right? A lot of these people are going to they're going to say, oh, no, they believe in seed theories. All right? The theory, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And they go, they're crazy. He doesn't believe in the juice. He thinks that's not gonna help and that. Right? Same thing what they were doing with the juice. They promoting that juice like it was a savior.
Yeah.
They promoted the juice like an idol, man.
Yeah.
And you take the juice your whole life. That's the only thing that can save you.
Yeah.
There was even a church that said Jesus doesn't save the juice. It's some crazy shit. And that show you these churches dealing with Satan. Okay? Go ahead, man. What you got? Read that.
This is Ecclesiasticus 4 and verse 28.
Yeah.
Strive for the truth unto death,
Right.
and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Striving to the truth unto death, and the Lord is going to fight for us, man. He's going to show who he's dealing with, man.
That's right,
In these
that's right.
last days, man. It's not going to be a mystery, man. Oh, does God exist? No, it's not going to be a mystery, man. The only question is going to be like, is he with you?
Yeah.
That's the only question that's getting ready to come, man. And they're going to know he's not with them because what have they been doing their whole life? Right? Being demons. All right? Everything opposite to what the scriptures say, man. All right? Go ahead, man.
This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 33.
And no one tells me that's a thing. I don't want to hear no blasphemy. I want Jake say that one time. Jake was doing a review on he just saw the trailer of Wakanda, you know. He was bugging out, you know. He's like the Jake got mad. I had to watch that show 10 times because the trailer was like one of the best trailers ever in the earth.
Okay.
It was hyped you up so bad. All the feminists I said, fuck, I'm gonna watch this shit, right? But Jake watched it. He's like, all the shit I said, I take it back. Listen, I don't want to hear no blasphemy about this movie. This is gonna be the greatest. I don't want to hear y'all. And the guy was serious. He wasn't smiling or nothing. Go ahead, man.
This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, and lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Then shall they know how a prophet hath been among them, man. All right, you're gonna know. How long these people been hearing this? How long these people been taking the same bus? Speaking of people at the bus stop, taking the same bus over and over. Bro, when they go on the bus, they think, bro. When they go home, they think. When these things happen, they gonna know that a prophet had been among them. And the Lord placed us right here in the perfect spot, man. So all these people, all these cloud of witnesses, man, and they gotta stay and listen to the message, man. Call on the Yahweh. So ain't nothing they can do, man, when that thing hits them, because they've been warned, man.
That's right.
Specifically, you Israelites, man. All right. The Lord said, "I will hold my whole." Give me that 2nd Ezra 15.
Second Ezra 15.
Hold on, let him read this. Read that.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now...
all the taxis. Oh, you taxis are... You taxis been hearing this too. All right? The brother knows. Well, to say, don't say, I got that Kush boy, girls on a Creole. All right, go ahead. I'm waiting. You don't understand? Okay, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be put in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them off away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Shall dwell in torments, man. Okay? Because why? Why are they gonna? Because they cast off the ways of the Lord.
That's
man.
right.
They said, "No, I ain't listening to that. I'm gonna do what I want to do."
That's right.
Okay? I like griot. I'm gonna eat griot. Okay? I like the shrimp. I'm gonna eat the shrimp. It's good with the noodles. I like it. That's what they're gonna do. Well, I like the doji. Well, she looked at me. She said hi. And that was it. Okay? All right. He wasn't treating her right. This is how they justify
Yeah,
themselves.
that's true. That's true.
Okay, he wasn't treating her right.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Let her get abused? No, I sleep with her. This is the mindset of the wicked.
That's right.
Okay? Right?
Verse 10, it says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And
Because there's
they...
benefits to being in the world. All right? The women start looking at you all of a sudden. You don't know, I be looking around, the brothers and sisters, oh, these chicks ain't looking at this brother. Look at some manly, masculine. I be watching, I just be observing. I be looking at my brothers and wives, see which chicks. I said, what's going on? I said, this is a fucking spirit. How these they look.
That's right.
It's a spirit.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, it's actual spirit.
Yeah.
In the world, all of a sudden I was getting chicks, this, that.
Yeah, me too.
And as soon as I come in, as soon as I come into the truth,
Vanish.
It's a block.
Wait, so-
like wickedness.
Yeah,
That's it.
Exactly.
And it's exactly, and it's their intuition, their spirit, that make them feel as as something they're not of this world, and they want people that's of this world.
Yeah.
Not only of this world, but highly in this world.
Yeah.
Highly esteemed in this world.
That's right.
There was a bit more because you see some gremlins with this shit, and they got some serious. I mean, some absolute. It's like, what could you possibly have said that this is gonna turn me on? I mean, the dude don't know how to speak. He don't know how to. He's stupid as all hell.
I know.
He's not even cool. At least the dude, people. At least he gotta be cool. He gotta be fresh or something, right?
That's right.
He's not even fresh. Remember fresh. Right? I'm serious, bro. Right? Go ahead, man. especially them Ishmaelites. Ishmaelites how long, brother? Let another man is, brother. I've been saying about Ishmael. Like, I know. I see Ishmael has all the baddest things. I mean, it could look like a worm, brother. Skinny like lurch. Yeah. You know, no flavor, and all the chicks is with this dude. But this is that spirit of the earth. Okay? The spirit of wickedness, man.
That's right.
But guess what? When the Lord does that switch around, especially when all hell breaks loose, what's going to happen is it's gonna all of a sudden that spirit is going to come off them, and another spirit is going to come off. Right?
Yeah.
They don't see brothers for what they know, what they really are. They'll be like, wow. Right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalm
right.
73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
I was envious at the fools when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Man. Right? They're prospering. They're doing all right. So that's why the scripture says what? Even in laughter and sorrow, man. So when we're laughing, it's really the sorrow. You know, if you see the real face, it's like, yo, it's not really, it's a serious face. Okay? But around the brotherhood, you might see that. But it's really in sorrow. When you're drinking, it's like, you don't drink like one of the brothers said. The elites, they drink different. When they drink, they might have a little thing of cognac, and swirl it around. They're not drinking how Jake. When Drake is drinking to feel what he's drinking. Like he can't wait. It's like the feeling can't come fast enough. Yeah, right. And then you don't feel it off the first one. You get the neck. Then you might say, "Let me mix it with a shot, maybe this." Right. This is how Jake is drinking. Jake is drinking the young. Right. They're not tasting the wine. It's not a wine tasting. No, they ain't. What they do is they swish it in the mouth. Taste it, they suck it in to taste it. Jake is not doing that, bro. Jake don't really, you know, as long as it tastes good, Jake is, the bottle's done in 2 minutes. Right? And then Jake said, oh, you want to put it for another one? Why? Because Jake is trying to get away from what's going on. But the elites they don't have time to drink. They're having fun. They're enjoying the earth. When you're high off life, right? When you're living so good, you go to this, you're flying to Dubai, to go to some private dinner. You know what I'm trying to say? Well, you gotta, go to some open cave that's never been explored. Right? Like a resort underground. All kinds of shit. That I don't even know. Huh? Say what? Whatever, man. You know, they just have access to things Jake ain't never seen or never even imagined in this society.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. We jump to the point.
Why do they say? Hold on. Why do they say that? Because they don't have no faith in the Most High. Right, yeah. So to them, it's just we just live how we want to live, and then it's death. No. There's a judgment, man.
That's right.
The Lord's going to judge these people, man.
That's right.
Especially these Edomites, man. These Edomites didn't get away with not one thing they did in the earth, man. All the death that they did, man, all the killing, the murder, they're all back here now.
Yeah, that's right.
Their children are in college. Okay? And these are the same people that lynched these Jakes who were scalping the Native Americans.
And they were around, bro. They were watching. It was like a celebration, man. Of course. You can't say, oh, it was my grandfather. No, you were there, man.
Yeah,
you were watching.
But now the shame has come. Now they want to backtrack. No, it don't work that way, man. You're going to have to face that punishment.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, for our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. For this fast sealed so that no man cometh again. Come on therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring.
Because somewhere Esau, like the Gadite says, the so-called white man, he holds nothing sacred. He don't care. As long as he wants to do it, he'll do it. He'll hunt all the lions for trophies. He doesn't care. Right? He'll experiment on the rats, which that's all wickedness. Experiment on the Heavenly Father's creation like that. That's wicked. Okay? Put brain, it's okay. They acting like they don't have feelings. They're spirits. The scripture say a righteous man will take care of his beast, man. All right? That's why the earth is gonna come and attack these Edomites. Right? Go ahead, man.
It says, Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments. And let us,
They ain't drinking the same wine. They drinking that 500-year-old wine that they got from some tomb. All right? You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, so you could never even imagine. That's what Esau's dealing with, man. All right? Talking about, yeah, $1 million wine. So like if I mean, us we're gonna get 2,000 years old wine. Like the Hawashai's wine, man. Because he said he's not gonna touch wine until he comes and saves us, which we don't know how long it could be older than that. We don't know. We just don't know. Right? Doesn't mean the Lord went and hit a body on the rock. No, it didn't say all that. He didn't say you ain't drinking wine till that time comes. But we know it's gonna be the finest. It's not gonna be like this one. You wake up the next week, you got a headache. No, that's because all the chemicals and BS. Go ahead, man.
Well, turn the best wine for last.
Woo.
Right? It says,
And that represents his doctrine.
Yeah.
Okay, and even now, the 100% doctrine ain't out like that. Yeah. Okay, it's still the trailer is just out. It's the trailer. Woo. Okay, because now you got the IUIC board. Okay, but guess what? When they get, they're all gonna flock to the truth, man. They're all gonna flock to the 100%.
it says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and
120.
ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered.
That's it, right? So they're gonna basically abuse the earth until there's nothing left.
That's right.
While they have time. So what are they gonna do at the end of it? They're gonna go all super crazy, man. That's why they're trying to establish this NWO. Go ahead, bro.
Psalm 73:3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
He saw them. Listen, man, they could do whatever they want. They could murder a child on television and not get persecuted. Okay, they can actually do that. They actually have that power. Okay,
Let's see that.
right. But they went and arrested Andrew Tate, though. Right? What?
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Let's read that. Keep going.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than hearts could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right.
They speak loftily.
Right, they speak loftily, wickedly concerning oppression because they're the ones that's causing the oppression, but they don't want to be judged for it. So they just speak arrogantly, so it's get over it, this and that. Okay? So listen, we're not looking for you to just judge yourself. The Most High is going to judge you, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Let's read that, bro.
This is an article from AboveTopSecret.com. The title reads, "The Social Credit System and You." I'm going to jump to the point. It says, okay, so this system goes online and it captures the population and the net, so to speak. How convenient. I assume this would need to be put in place by all governments at the same time in order for something like this to work.
And that's why they have those little simulated events, okay, where if there's an epidemic that's about to come down, they got the event, and they have all these little officials and these different people of different governments and different sectors of government and the health, whatever, to come and to play out what they would do if these certain scenarios would pop up. And then those scenarios pop up where they're able to do it, okay? But now they already have the system set up. So now it's just it's an effort of the whole beast system to bring this to fruition. They're all working together to bring this thing to fruition.
What? It says a master switch to say. It says, I'm going to jump around a little bit and see about getting into more meat and potatoes. So it seems as if there are going to be 4 classes at this time. We have an S class, we have a C class, we have an art class, and we have a Q class.
Right, so you got all them different classes now. Okay, all them different classes, 4 classes, go ahead.
It says each class within the CSRQ SM software app has specific parameters. Each class contains dozens of metrics and variables. Listed below are the most basic, which appear on the which appear on the account profile when the account is queued.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It's going to show you what class this person is when you scan their hand or whatever. But hold on. Like I said, it's an effort by the whole beast system, right? Read that.
This is Revelation 17 and verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now that woman is speaking about America. That's the great whore that's sitting upon the beast. That's basically controlling the beast. That's why you got NATO and the EU. What's happening? Who's the head of that? Really, it's really America. Okay? See? So they're moving as a conglomerate. Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots.
Right, that's America.
And abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Right. The definitely the elect. Go ahead.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Anyway, so that's it on that. Let's sit on that. Read that one. This is third of the 17. So 17? 18. What's on the end of this run? Be burned with fire, so strong. No. The 7 heads shall hate the whore. That's what That's what I got. 17. All right.
This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall...
Go up 1 verse.
All right. Revelation 17 and verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Right, because what? America is known as a melting pot. You got all them different nations in America, okay, and that's what makes America kind of unique. Okay, all the different nations and tongues that were in there. Okay, right?
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn it with fire.
Right, so now the 10 horns, all right, that's dealing with the EU, right, which used to be the EC, right, the European Economic Community, all right, that's what's going to turn on the whore, all right, along with the 7 heads, and burn her eventually. But we're not at that point yet. Before they do that, they're going to be they're going to be rolling with the whore. The whore's going to be rolling with it. Keep going.
For the Most High has put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree. And to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled.
Right, so they're giving their kingdom unto this system, unto this beast system, so that the prophecies can be fulfilled. And one of the prophecies being fulfilled is what? Is as the Michael seer. That's right. Being implemented, man, the mark of the beast. All right, go ahead.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
That's right, okay? So that's my point. My point is that they gave their kingdom unto the beast, so they're moving in one effort, all right? And Russia's not part of that. They're separate, okay? They're moving in one effort to do what? To bring forth that NWO. Keep going on that, bro.
back to the article, it says, let's get into the class descriptions. C, common class. It says, amount of accounts.
Listen, if you're a Jake, you're pretty much to just bet that you're looking to be in the common class if you're alive. Okay? According to their system. Go ahead.
It says, amount of accounts.
But not just Jake. You got Edomites and all. The average person, the mass majority of people are going to be in the common class, man. Go ahead.
It says, amount of accounts, 7.1 billion.
Well, hold on. Hold on. What does that mean? The mass majority of the planet Earth. You only got about 7-point-something billion or 8 billion on the Earth right now. So that's the mass majority. That's more than 90-something% of people that are in that common class. Let's see what the more than 90% of these people got to look forward to. Go ahead.
Okay, it says, amount of accounts, 7.1 billion, or 95.5% of humans.
95, excuse me. Go ahead.
Approximate. It says C19 vaccination required, yes. It says booster jump shot required, yes. 2 or more.
2 or more. So you're gonna need to keep boosted up, keep getting updated like a computer. Okay, that's required for the common class 2 times now. All right, go ahead.
It says asset limitations, yes. No greater than 5,000 USDI net worth at any given time.
So dealing with the accumulation, you can't pass that anywhere. Let's say you didn't finish it. Okay, well, we just put only 2,500 more in there because you still have 2,500 left. We'll just add 2,500 on that because you can't pass 5,000. Okay, and he's trying to make that come for everyone. All right. Matter of fact, read that in Revelation 13. Okay, that's coming for the whole earth. Right? Go ahead.
Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Verse 16.
Come on, verse 16. And he causeth all.
And he causeth all.
Right.
Go ahead.
Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their
I
forehead.
used to think that they weren't going to get well, we used to say that they're not going to get the chip, but you know what? They are going to get it. The elites are going to get it.
Yeah.
Okay? They are going to get it. But their account is going to be a thing. We're going to read it. We're going to read it. Okay? They are going to take it. Don't be surprised, brother. Esau's not too bright. You see, it's not the lights are on, but no one's home for real. Go ahead, man.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Because think about it. If he's creating that system, how is he going to do this? How is he going to move? If you can't get to your car without this or whatever, right? How is he going to get to the car? How is he going to buy food at a restaurant? How is he going to do anything? Right? Because he's making it where he's trying to lock out everyone that don't have that. What?
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the number.
Unless they give him like a card or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right. So that's it. That's dealing with the C-hip. Okay, the charagma, the C-hip that we always preach about, man. Okay, the IUIC refuses to preach about. The ISUPK refuses to preach about. They're telling you all kind of lies about what it is, man. It's an embargo. It's this. It's that. Now it's the mark of Cain. How does that make sense, man? First of all, they said when they saw Cain, they were going to kill him for how he looked. How the hell can that be a spiritual thing of sin? Oh God, he looks like he committed a murder. I'm going to go kill him. Does that make sense? No, there was something physical that they saw of why they would put him to death. Same reason these animals, they see albino animal, a lot of them animals, they attack because they know something's off. Okay? It's the same thing. Going back to the beginning of the earth, people were more primitive, so to speak, if you want. Well, in a sense, in that sense, right? But even, well, really, you don't even need to say that necessarily because in Africa they still do that. They see them albinos, they'll cook their ass up. Make stew. Wicked as hell, man. All right, but that's the Hamites, man. That's Hum. Right? I don't know if you see that. You know how Hum gets down. I don't know if you see the Prime Minister Hum was standing and just pissed himself. And then he looked down, he didn't know what happened. That's a lot. Like, whose man's is this, man? I'm like, whose man's is this? But that's common, you know. But you can see that they're still putting them to death now. So in the ancient, it's the same thing in the ancient world. Okay? And that's why he said, whoever seeth me shall slay me, man. Go ahead.
Back to the article, it says account limitations. Yes, bank accounts cannot exceed 1,000 USDR.
What class is that?
C.
That's the C. Okay, hold on. Go up. Did they say 5,000?
Yeah, move that again to 5,000. It says asset limitations. Yes, no greater than 5,000.
Excuse me, Salakia. This is dealing with assets. This is dealing with your car. This is dealing with your phone. Everything you have, your stove, your table, cannot pass 5,000. So that means what? They're gonna put you in a little ass room, right? In those what do you call those things? Those little cities they're trying to build. Those long cities. No, it's a long city, smart city, but they have a name for it, like a 1 mile city, 5 mile city, something along those lines.
The desert.
Right? Yeah, right, something like that, right? But they had the people stacked on top of each other, right? In these little ass rooms. Okay? You understand? Go ahead. So like that. That's why also it's kind of like that.
Like we all stood together in one little room.
Right.
Okay, yeah. That's what they're building.
Right. But it's gonna be like kind of like apartments, apartments so to speak. But it's like a little small. You can barely breathe. You can barely move. You know, when you go like this down here, you can touch both sides of the wall. You got a little bed. That's what they're planning on giving the common. Your assets can't pass 5,000. Okay.
So if I may add, that's what also Carl Strong said, what you will owe nothing and be happy.
Right. You know, that's exactly it. Because he's not trying to make you own anything. All right, that's why. Because they're trying to lock it down. Listen, you have to understand, these Edomites, they like to see people suffer. Man. They actually like that. They actually get off on seeing people suffer. It's beyond, because they got the money and the power. It's beyond the power. It's a thing of watching people suffer. Go ahead.
They say when you own so much money, at one point after owning that much money, the only thing that brings pleasure or joy is to control people.
Well, that's really the wicked. The wicked can never have enough. They try to put it like it's everybody owns. This is just normal when you get enough power. That's the wicked. Yeah. The Babylonians were not interested. We're not interested in marking every step you do and all this. You give me tribute. You give me tribute. If I put up with God, God out to it, you still have good God. That's how they kind of move. But the Greeks, how did they move? No, when Antiochus came in, he said, no, if I see anyone circumcising their children, I'm going to put them and their children to death. You keep any of the law, the Sabbath, anything, I'm going to put you to death. What's that about? That's how Esau operates. Go ahead, let's go.
Back to the article, it says assets limitations. Yes, no greater than 5,000 USDR net worth at any given time.
Yep, go ahead.
It says account limitations. Yes, bank account cannot exceed 1,000 USDR.
So the money you can't get more than 1,000. Okay? You can't get more than 1,000. And you can't have more than 5. What kind of life is that? What is that to fight for? We need our shit. Okay? And he's going to do away with this whole system. Go ahead.
It says carbon score. Yes, restricts travel and food consumption.
Now the carbon score is dealing with what? Everything. Every movement, every food, every stroke you give your woman. That's what that lets out carbon emissions. According to these wicked ass, these devils are so stupid. And it's childish, man. Go ahead, man.
It says restricts travel and food consumption. 1 as lowest and best. 500 as highest and worst. It says we will discuss these concepts more in depth down the line.
Right, so you drive your car for a certain 2 kilometers, you use 10 carbon points or 25 carbon points for a month, right? Now you better just take the bus from now on. You better start walking to work now.
Fuck you, Esau.
Okay, for the rest of the month. That's exactly it, brother. Okay? Oh, you ate too much steak? Well, how much steak did you eat this month? You ate 1 piece of steak? You're a common folk. You ain't got no more meat for the rest of the month, man. Okay? That was a $12 steak. You got no more meat. No chicken, no quail, nothing. And now you gotta eat vegetables. And then when you run out of that, figure it out. Go ahead.
Now it's going to the S class.
So now we can see why this man is known as the devil. Now we can see why this man is called the great Satan, the dragon. Go ahead.
This is the S class. It says sovereign class.
The sovereign class. Okay, so let's step up, I think. Go ahead.
It says amount of accounts 7 to 8 million, or 0.1% of humans approximately.
So this might be them little celebrities, man. There might be them little people or whatever that celebrities or people they put up on a little level that sold out, that might have slept with a goat. Bump you up, you know? You see what I'm saying? But maybe not. Maybe, you know, maybe that's not. Maybe that's too little to bump up. I don't know what you gotta do. You have to have some type of usefulness to them. You know? And we'll give you 7 million, which is really nothing. Okay, go ahead.
It says C19
And we don't know what it's going to be worth in that time anyway. Go ahead.
It says C19 vaccination required. No. It says booster jump shot required. No. It says assets limitations. No. No maximum or ceiling to total net worth. It says account limitations. No. Bank account has no limit.
Which one is that?
The S sovereign class.
But it said assets 7 million.
It says account. I'm gonna read it again. It says amount of accounts 7 to 8 million, or 0.1% of humans approximately.
Oh, that's 0. That's not okay. That's the amount of people that's in that level.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the amount that's in the account. That's the amount of people that's on that level. So that's like the elites. Right here. You heard what it said, right? You heard the limitations they had. No limitations. We'll read it again.
It says this is the S class, the sovereign class. It says amount of accounts 7 to 8 million, or 0.1% of humans approximately. It says C19 vaccination required. No. It says booster jump.
So they don't got to take the juice, nope. And you know they didn't take the juice already. Go ahead.
It says booster jump shot required. No.
They don't need nothing. Go ahead.
It says asset limitations. No.
They can do whatever they want. Stack up whatever they want. Okay. Go ahead.
It says no maximum or ceiling for total net worth. It says account limitations. No. Bank account has no limit.
Right.
It says carbon score. No. No score is calculated.
They can do whatever
or
they
enforced.
they could fart as much as they want. They could go eat as much steak as they want. They could drive Ferraris up and down the street, tractor trailers if they want. Right? While if you go past that, oh no, you passed your carbon limit. Okay? You see? You see what I'm saying? Mr. Hernandez, you passed your carbon limit. You can't go, no, that's it. Get out the car, please. Step up. And the car was shut down. Step out the car, please. And if you don't step up fast enough, you start losing social credits. Right? And then you can't take the bus. Just like that Black Mirror thing. That's exactly what it's going to be like. These people are going to have to be fake their whole life. Smile at everything. You know? Hi, how you doing? Because if anyone gives them a bad reading, go ahead.
Now let's go to the art class, but restricted. It says amount of accounts. It says 250 million, or 3.36% of humans, approximately. It says C19 vaccination required. Yes. Booster jump shot required. Yes. 3 or more.
These people are pressed on a higher level. Go ahead.
It says asset limitations. Yes. No greater than 1,000 net worth at any given time.
Them people got a box to live in. Them people are basically, they're going to give them a box with I don't know, man. Just a box in a cart, basically. You know? So if them people the other people, the common class got like a little, those are the people that might have disobeyed certain things, right? Stop past the stoplight, spoke something on the internet they didn't like. Now they bumped down. You see that? That's pure oppression right there, man.
It says account limitations.
Right.
Yes, bank account cannot exceed 500 USDR.
They can't. Their bank account won't be able to exceed $500.
Uh-huh.
See, you see, and these people don't know what's coming to them, right? What these elites is ready to do to them, right? All right. And now they can go to the park and go to the movies. Take you to the movies. Right? Like my boy Banks, right? You know, Hamitic Records. Right. Go ahead, man.
Carbon score. Yes, restricts travel and food consumption. One is lowest and best. 5 is highest and worst. I'm gonna read that again. It says carbon score. Yes, restricts travel and food consumption. 1 is lowest and best. 500 is highest and worst.
So listen, man. Anyone who's in that system that's not the elites is going to be suffering on a high level. Everything they do is going to be watched. They do anything. Not everybody try to do a Kanye West. You try to do a Kanye West, you're going to go back down. You're not going to go to the common. You're going to go to the restricted. And if you go past that, you're not going to have shit. Okay? You might as well just jump in that acid like my dream. There's no more class? One more question.
It says Q, quarantine.
And you thought it couldn't get worse than that? What could be worse than having $500 for the phone? You can't exceed 500. What could be worse than that? What?
It says, of course, the classic rules for thee. I said, of course, the classic rules for thee and not for me. It says each class also contains each class contains separate screens for fines, demerits, penalties, and so on, as well as sections for rewards for good behavior.
Listen, this whole credit system in general is oppression. Right? The social credit system is based on the credit system. And the credit system is oppression in itself. Okay? You miss a payment, drop. What? Now you can't try to get a car, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be based upon that, but it's going to be the way more restricted. See? Go ahead.
It says sovereign accounts do not have these variables, though they appear to contain a separate module for certain benefits such as vacations, golf club memberships, and so on.
Yeah, that's going to be unlimited for them. They can do whatever they want to do.
It won't happen.
See?
All over your verse.
See what I'm saying to you? So this is where Esau is going with it, man. Esau is the master of oppression, master of deception, man. Okay? So anyways, let's read Revelations 14 and 9, right? Go ahead. What you got?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man, and let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age.
That's it. All right, so they're not looking to spare anyone. They're looking to just establish this and oppress the people. Well, Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter says that.
Yeah.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Okay, but he's not for our turn. Let us, because that which is feeble is
Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
That's it, because they're looking at it, and we have the power. That's it. That's all they care about. They don't care about what's right. We got the power, so we're going to do it. Okay, because they hold nothing sacred, man. So listen, man, Esau, man, the depths of the wickedness of this man is unbelievable. And even after he were to do that, he would still go deeper.
Yeah.
Force people to do certain sexual acts just to keep their accountant. I'm serious. This is where Esau would go.
Yeah.
Don't say Esau. He wouldn't take no. That's where he said he is as deaf and is as hell and could not be satisfied, man. All right, it's okay, bro. Let's go back to that wisdom that we were reading. There's a little bit more in that wisdom song, you know? That was it. That was just the okay. Check this a little bit more. All right.
Read the next verse. It says, verse 12, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our return, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
And he definitely wants to get rid of those that have this testimony. All right? Good.
This is Psalm 64 in verse 5.
Okay, hold that.
This is Proverbs 12 and verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
And this is to him, this is mercy. This is tender. All right? Oh, they're doing an account with 1,000 that you can't count. All right?
Eat the bugs. Wow.
Exactly. Okay? Good. Because the way Esau looks at this is his earth. Yeah. That's how he looks at it. This is his earth.
Wow.
Right? Because the Lord gave him the dew of heaven for a time period, and he thinks he's going to lose. This don't belong to you, man. You're renting right now.
That's right.
You're renting. This belongs to us, man. The scripture says that the Lord has created this earth.
That's right.
That's right. Actually, you can perfectly eat about this.
Wow.
This is Psalm 64 and verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
They're thinking deep. Remember what Aaron Russo said, man? He said that that was the end goal for them. And they've been thinking about that for the longest. Before these technologies were prevalent in the earth like this, right? Before smart cars were that deep, were that much, that common or whatever. Okay? They've been thinking about these things. And he said that they're going to put basically on their chip is going to be, and Aaron Russo said they were going to take it too. He said that on their seat it was going to say a KMA, which means kiss my ass. Okay? In other words, they can do whatever, and you're fucking nothing else.
Wow.
Alright, go ahead.
Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
That's it. That's it, man. He that sits in the heaven shall laugh. They're going to laugh. Madness. That's what they're trying to do. He's laughing now, but he understands that when they're about to fill their belly, that's when he's going to come in and destroy them.
That's right. That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
The book of Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him,
He's
and shall
finished.
rain it upon
A
him
lot.
while he is eating.
See? Someone calling me already. See that?
No, it's been like that like all the
Been like
camp.
that for, oh, yeah?
A
A lot
lot.
of calls, eh?
Yeah.
How much calls? Anyways,
At least 20.
I'll check it out. 20?
Yeah, at least.
Yo, you see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no joke, man. I'm telling you, it's really more than 2 bills. Really more than 200. I think more than 200. I think if I make almost 300 bro. Go ahead. Got a percent?
It's 155.
155 will take time. Go ahead.
This is Job 5 and verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise and their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
That's it. Okay, so they're not going to be able to accomplish what they want to accomplish, man. All right, it's not going to be possible, man. The Lord has his prophecy set out to have them destroyed, man. All right, let's get the last scripture. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Right.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So this is the judgment for those that take that semen, man. You take that, you're going to be destroyed. One way or another. If you're in America, you're going to get burnt up. If if you're not, you're going to be destroyed in different manners.
right.
Or you'll get burnt up too.
Go ahead. This is Wisdom of
Because
Solomon.
those missiles are going to hit different places.
Go ahead. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind.
Damn.
Like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm. Like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day.
Man, that's like you're in a house, right? You think the house is going to protect you from the wind or whatever, and the wind just literally rips the house out, blows it, turns to dust. You're sitting there, holy shit, I thought it was going to protect me. That's what's going to get ready to happen to these elites, man.
Go ahead. There's one more verse. It says, verse 15, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also
That's
is
right.
with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead, bro.
Nahum 1 and 5. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burnt at his presence. Yeah, the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation? Who can abide in the fierceness of his anger?
Fierceness.
It's like in the fierceness of his anger. His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
We're going to end it off on that. Go ahead.
The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. But with an overrunning flood will he make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second
That's
time.
right.
That's right. So with that, we'll give all praises, glory, and honor.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Bukah Kodash.
Come on, to the apostle, elders, great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to God. Came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shemai,
Shemai,
Yahweh,
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 Yahweh, Shemai,
Shemai,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
That deep, brother said 20 times.
The four was really long.